There is a image in the middle of the play that involves red glitter that is what the whole piece actually started out as, just stuff organized around that image. And I was like, this feels like a very queer show to me, and it's like, and it is a very queer show, but apparently it appeals to audiences that I don't think would ever put themselves consciously in a queer space. So it's
as well as queer folk.
As well as queer folk. Other than lots of trans guys don't like the show. I think I tell too many secrets.
That's fascinating. So, you would say that you get a more positive response from non-queer people?
Non-trans
men.
What about non-trans women?
Trans women love the show.
I've had some trans women come up and love the show. Of different, I'm not saying any of the big names that have been in the audience just because I don't want to give people away and be like, so-and-so endorses me. But there are some projects in the works around that. So it's a very specific. I should correct also and say it's a very, very specific class of probably would not even identify themselves as trans men, of the very deep stealth, quote unquote. And I'll admit I don't go easy on people in my show necessarily. I mean, I speak from my own experiences and also from some interviews that I did actually for some of the other characters in the piece. It's pretty much wholly lifted from interview transcripts with the person's consent, of course. It's not like I went and talked to someone and I was like, guess what, you're in my show. But
both trans guys and butches. As part of an ethnographic work I actually did several years ago and ended up developing partially into this piece. So,
well, okay. Putting this information out there, are you doing it as an activist statement to help other trans people, or is that kind of a byproduct?
I'd say that definitely happens. I'm very Brechtian about my theatrical work, which means that I'm all about getting people to think critically. So that's of course an activist project in and of itself, and I think that my work can help sometimes encourage critical thought around trans issues in ways that breaks away from the main narrative of oh, I'm trapped in the wrong body, oh poor me, pity party, and that's it, and getting people to actually look at not only the difficulties but also the pleasures and the unique experiences there, but in a way that can be related outside of a very specific trans community.